In theory, drafting 3 Hall of Fame players in a short window, including 2 in the same year, would be a boost for any team. Those players would be elite talents, capable of carrying a franchise to a sustained run of success. Except that was not the case for the Kansas City Royals. As it currently stands, the Royals have but a single player that they have drafted in the MLB Hall of Fame, the legendary George Brett. However, if we look at the NFL Hall of Fame, the Royals have had much better success, drafting 3 players enshrined in Canton and Dan Marino, John Elway, and Deion Sanders. It is easy to look back at Bo Jackson and think that is where the Royals and the NFL intersect. Instead, Kansas City has had an eye for talent on the NFL side for quite some time. Just imagine if the Chiefs had utilized the Royals' scouting staff back in the day with some of the talent they drafted. More from Call to the Pen. In particular, the Royals have had an eye for quarterbacks. Even before drafting Elway and Marino in the 1979 MLB draft, the Royals had selected 2 other excellent quarterbacks. Both Archie Manning and Steve Burtkowski were selected by the Royals as well. While they may not have ended up in the NFL Hall of Fame, they both made their mark on the league. It is also interesting to imagine what would have happened had Sanders played for the Royals. Imagine an outfield with both he and Jackson patrolling the grounds at Kauffman Stadium. Jackson's cannon of an arm, and Sanders' speed certainly would have been intriguing to watch together in left and center. Perhaps, someday, the Royals will have as many players that they drafted in the MLB Hall of Fame as they do in the NFL. Carlos Beltran seems to be a lock, but that is still a couple of years away. But then, who would be next? Zach Greinke could have a case, but how strong is it? Johnny Damon had a better case than his performance in his 1 year on the ballot indicated. Dan Quisenberry also had just 1 year on the ballot but has been considered by the Veterans Committee. However, he was an undrafted free agent, so he really would not count based on the draft pick qualification. Perhaps one of the Royals' recent draft picks will eventually become the 3rd player to be inducted into Cooperstown. However, even if that ends up being the case, that will still take decades to happen. Until then, the Royals will have had far greater success in drafting NFL Hall of Fame players than those inducted into Cooperstown. Next, top 150 prospects in baseball. Want your voice heard? Join the Call to the Pen team. Write for us. The Kansas City Royals have had an eye for Hall of Fame talent over the years. The problem is that talent has found its way to the NFL Hall of Fame.